Hey man, how you doing? This is the MOW. This is the Man of War. Was popping. Hey, so just real quick, I'm going up the elevator. I'm getting ready to go to service. But I just wanted to talk about my cologne smell good in here. It's not mine. I wanted to talk about the new releases that I've made real quick. The most recent project was Old Summerville 30. Old Summerville 30 is just a project of just a little compilation of just 3 tracks. So it's a small EP. And there are, just small EP of about 3 songs on there. And I just want to talk about those just real quick. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe to the channel. I want to make more videos that kind of cater to what people want to hear. And I don't really know what people want to hear. So, but when I say cater to what people want to hear, what I mean is like, I want to know, what do you guys want me to talk about? So who am I? So I'm the Man of War. I am a EDM artist, but I'm also a rapper and producer here, currently residing in Rome, Georgia. Been in Georgia for about over 10 years. I've been doing music for also over 10 years. I started music down in Douglasville, Georgia. I started doing music down in Douglasville, Georgia. I started when I was, I think, 16 or 17. And I made a couple tracks on FL Studio on a PC that I no longer know where it is. And it was funny, I made some bangers at the time, and I even exported some and made songs. They're out on SoundCloud, but they're very hard to find, and maybe I'll talk about that another day. But I've been doing music for a while, and it is very new to me, this new age of social media stuff, because it was literally different 10 years ago than what it is now. And I think that's the weirdest thing about it, is that I'm alive long enough to see the difference from then to now within the 10-year span. That's how long I've been doing music for. Not that I'm like great or anything like that. I don't have a lot of placements, maybe any. And I am just now getting in the groove of posting on social media, like almost every other day, posting on YouTube once a week. So it's different. It's different, because back then it was kind of like you needed to have some hits, PR and stuff like that in order to even be seen. And it has changed over time to where you don't even need all that to get started. You don't even need all that to be seen. But I wanted to kind of get on here to kind of like start stirring up the juices of what I want to talk about and what I want to do. I'm also missionary as well. So my main focus is my family and missions work and what Jesus has called me to. And that's the biggest thing about me, is that I'm always going to do what God is calling me to do first. And it can be really difficult, because what that means is I'm surrendering my life, my will, and my wants and desires for what God is asking me for, or what he's wanting me to do. And what that means is that a lot of times I'm not going to have the time to go and just, spend 2 or 3 hours sound designing and making, fart noises out of synths. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. But I don't have the time to do that anymore. Now, it doesn't mean there's no time, or that does mean I can't make the time. I'm currently learning how to kind of time manage. I'm learning how to time manage. So that's why a lot of projects are really spread out and also very sporadic, because I'm learning by myself how to kind of have those things organized. I'm getting help in terms of organization in general, but in terms of music releases, I am the only one in my field currently that I know of in this area that's actually doing this. And so, I claim it here. I am the only EDM artist here in Rome, Georgia, that's doing it for real. All right, if anybody pops up, then that'll work. Maybe that'll get somebody here. Anyway, so just quick rundown of the EP. So the EP, real quick, It's a 3-track EP. There's a freestyle on it, Old Summerville, 30, Old Summerville. No, oh my gosh, Old Summerville 30 freestyle. Simply put, it was a flip of an old song that I just flipped it, did a little sample stuff, not much to it, and then I just freestyled over that. I just spat over it. The idea behind it was just, I need to really start putting out freestyles. Is it as simple as just recording vocals on your phone and just doing it? Turns out it is. It's as simple as that. Now, obviously, there's more detail that you can put in it to where it doesn't sound so amateur. So it sounds a little amateur, but for what it is, pretty good. In terms of the flow, I'm still learning. I'm still practicing on like spitting on beats and stuff like that. So, but it was really cool because my favorite thing about it is I actually did it. I was like, okay, I'm doing it. Here it is. So that is Old Summerville 30. The next track on that EP is Fall of Man. That's kind of just me referencing Genesis, talking about Adam and Eve, the fall of man. And I just found whilst making that song, I had found a noise, really liked it, really used it, and I let it sit in my DAW for a little bit. And I came back to it, and I'm like, I'm gonna finish this. And so I started working more and more towards it, and just after a while, within a span of almost a year to 2 years, it is finished. And I was like, oh, release music. So here we go. And I didn't know at first that I wanted to do that, but I figured because I did this the last EP, I've decided I'm probably going to do this kind of style again, where I release a couple releases and then do a whole EP with different styles on there. So that's just a 140 dubstep kind of track on there. It's not hip hop, it's dubstep. Last track on there is Chase. So Chase, I was using certain samples by a person named Chase Huglin. If you don't know who that is, you can look them up. I don't know if they're a Christian artist, but that doesn't really matter at this point in time. So I kind of chopped some stuff up on his vocals, and I was like, I don't really know how to do any vocals currently, but I'm going to chop something up. And I found his, and I was like, I can make this work. And I made it work, did the music around it, and I watched a tutorial on how to make hard wave music and just wave music in general. And it was a simple tutorial that I could follow, and I followed it, and I'm just like, okay, fine, I'll do it like this, and then boom, and I followed it to a T with what I had. That's one of the big things about me, is that I use what I have, as best as I can do it. I release music with what I have, where I'm at, no matter what. I do it the best that I can with what I got. So that's what I did, and so it just came to be. It just kind of naturally flowed together. Didn't take as long as I thought it would take. As I followed it kind of step by step, I just touched it, edited a little bit more, and within a span of a few hours, it got taken care of, and I finished it, and I just decided, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to put it out. And so I decided to put out that track. That track is important to me because it is a wave track. It's my first wave track I ever made, and I actually really like it, and it actually sounds kind of decent. It actually sounds nice. You should check it out. Matter of fact, you check out the whole album. So it's Chase, Fall of Man, Old Summerville 30, freestyle. That is the EP, Old Summerville 30. And I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments and stuff like that. God bless you. And also Jesus bless you, man, because God is really good. And I'll see you on the next video, okay? Peace out. 4K, bro. Yo, check this out real quick. Look what I got going on right there.